Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what's going on? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hashers out there. And who killed mining, dude? I'm just saying, dude. You look at these charts and you're like, who put the sell order in? I don't see FUD in the market. This is just lettuce hands. This kind of goes back to what I've been talking about since the beginning of the year, that we were going to hit that $30,000 point, and there's going to be a lot of people willing to sell at that level. Yo, what up, Crypto Kirk? Yeah, so I mean, this is the market that I have been calling out since the beginning. I didn't think that we would see the $1 million Bitcoin unless the entire financial industry across the world collapses in on itself, and all of a sudden you see bad money flooding into good money. That's the only way that happens. Without a cataclysmic event like that, I had a feeling that we would hit that $30,000 marker, because that's like the point of where I heard a lot of people kind of getting involved with Bitcoin. And they got involved with Bitcoin and watched it hit 35,000. They're like, I'm a genius. They watched it hit $69,000 per Bitcoin. They're like, this is God level. I called it. And then it crashed. And it crashed past where they bought in at. And it sat down below where they bought in at. And they don't understand the fundamentals of Bitcoin, and that this is a normal Bitcoin cycle. And there was going to be a point where you're going to find those levels where a lot of people got involved with Bitcoin. And it hit that $30,000 marker. Maybe a few people at 32, 33,000. They're like, you know what? It's dropping back down. Almost all of it back is better than none of it back at this point. They don't want to risk it never coming back to their level. But they're going to sit there and put in their sell orders, and we will see this wipe out through the whole ecosystem. I don't think that this has anything to really do with a whole lot of anything outside of potentially some of the Binance stuff on there, but I don't think it's that big of an issue, considering that a lot of the other cryptos that Binance offers internationally is not offered to the United States. So, and it's the United States side of Binance US that's under SEC jurisdiction, not Binance International. Yo, I watched all the ads. Thank you, man. So, I mean, whenever Bitcoin starts dropping out, we're going to see all the rest of these markets drop out too. There really shouldn't be any significant gainers. If there are, they're nominal, considering the rest of the market. You will see times where people kind of drop their money into certain areas thinking that, oh, this is a safe haven. This is a perfect place to put it. And you'll see them either put it into some weird obscure coins, or you'll see them putting it into stable coins. Usually stable tokens usually stay within margin, flatlined. Like True USD is, not losing, not gaining. It's flatlined. It's supposed to be pegged near $1. Let's see here. I mean, of course, Tether, because of the way that it's being arbitraged right now, there are people pulling out of Tether, and they're parking their money basically into cash, sitting on the sidelines. I don't really think the money ever really technically leaves. It just sits on the sideline and goes, you know what? I'll wait until you're done doing your violent little swing here like a little child. And when you're on the way back up, give me a holler. I'll jump back in. I mean, considering somebody has taken 6% off of Bitcoin, 6% of its market value off of Bitcoin, that is a lot. That is millions of dollars. Where did they invest that? Where did they put it? You got to look at it from that fundamental lens. Do you think they got rid? I mean, you'll see a small percentage of people, $30,000 Bitcoin, they're selling. Okay, now we're done with most of that. Now you see a bigger haircut coming off of Bitcoin. It almost makes me wonder if somebody's trying to get into the market and they're trying to pick up cheap sats. I know, conspiracy theory. Can't fight the FUD. Yeah. And, Bitcoin doing Bitcoin things. We are going to be sitting there and testing out the bottom side of that $27,000 mark. Kind of like I was sitting here and saying. I mean, we are looking at doing that oscillation like I was saying. I think we're going to do a deeper oscillation this time. We might draw down. We might have just ended the oscillation wave and gone and lost momentum. There is always that possibility when you start going into a wave pattern, because it's how many times are you going to reject going up before you lose momentum and crash back down. So that is a potential of what we're looking at, is that it tried to rally 3 times, and each rally was a shorter and a lower rally than the previous one. Textbook bullish sentiment. Not bullish. I'm sorry. Bearish sentiment. Whenever you have tops that don't want to break the previous low. So, how low can we go? I would say no. I don't think we will go any further. I know this is guessing. We can go further. We can go to 0 tomorrow. I'm just saying. But I don't see it having a lot of momentum to break through that $24,000 Bitcoin level. If Bitcoin drops below that $24,000 Bitcoin level, there is going to be a lot of hash rate that's going to get peeled off of Bitcoin. And according to the hash rate, we are still, it looks like we're in a little bit of a downward slump. So the miners might be signaling a little bit of this and just kind of preemptively turning the rigs off while we go into this smaller downturn. What up, Droid Guy? What up? The financial revolution will not be televised. That is true. What's going on, Wheeling Crypto? Remember, CBDCs in June. StackSat and HODL. Yes, sir. There's some pushback on the CBDCs. Even it looks like they might be keeping that as a way for the banks to do their business. It doesn't look like they're pushing it for public use. So I hope that's what it looks like it's going to be. At least that's what I hope. It looks like some people through the banking sector look at the CBDCs as too much of a risk for the general population. It would better suit as a means of moving money around for the banks internally. So we'll have to see how they release the CBDCs. And I don't think any politician wants to know if they, if they go on to Pedo Island, I don't think they want to have it tracked and traced. So I don't think they're getting rid of cash. I'm just going to put it out there like that. I think people, politicians like that privacy of money thing. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, check this out. RDNA 3 enters mainstream. It's like, in my opinion, they put cash on the blockchain. I would agree to a point. I mean, they might secure it with blockchain, but I don't think they will do it as blockchain itself. I don't think they will get rid of the cash side of it. I think they will just integrate it into like credit card transactions, bank transfers, and stuff like that. I think it'll be running on the background, but not something that the general public will be directly involved with. If that makes any sense. I mean, that's just me. I don't think they would go through all of that trouble and that, again, that's just me. I don't think they will go through that trouble. People are inherently lazy. Come on, Gundy. Everybody's lazy. Who wants to sit there and put all those serial numbers in? That's private money. Fraud goes to zero. No. It'll allow them to print more dollars and have it on chain, and there's no physical representation of that dollar. That would be the travesty. The border is crazy. I bet. The world's gonna get really weird here. We shall see how this goes. Right. So check this out, though. Radeon 7600 RDNA 3 hits the mainstream desktop. 8 gigabyte model here. I like how the Pulse is, the Sapphire Pulse. They're a good card. Very basic on the Pulse, but delivering a lot of performance under the hood. So I do like that aspect. We're going to be looking at 32 GPU clusters, compute units for their RDNA 3. We'll be looking at 2048 FP32 cores. They haven't released the base clock and core clock quite yet. Boost, give or take, around 2.6 gigahertz. Don't be sitting there and thinking that the boost clock means that it's better. No. It's not uncommon that a lower tier die has the potential of having a higher frequency when partnered up with the memory. So keep that in mind. 8 gigabytes of GDDR6, 128-bit bus. I really wish they would make the 192-bit bus standard. Do not understand why that we are, in the time that we are, and 128-bit bus is still being utilized. That is an outdated thing for the memory that we are utilizing. And it's like, and I understand some of it is that they're trying to limit the maximum boost frequency of the VGA core itself. But it's like we should have faster RAM that's going to be, faster VRAM that's going to be able to keep up with some of these more modern, more demanding games. We shouldn't be hitting so hard up against hardware limitations. 128-bit bus on a memory-intensive game you're going to be hitting up against this wall quite frequently. Your Infinity Cache will be 32 megabytes on there. Gen 4x8 on there. Don't have an MSRP quite yet. I'm going to figure that this will probably be like a $600-$700 card probably. I mean, it's just a guess off the top of my head. Be coming out later on this month. NVIDIA plans on releasing their GPU a day ahead of AMD to capitalize on their launch and try to steal their thunder. NVIDIA is that one guy on The Price is Right that goes, oh, you said, what was your price over there? $589. I'll do $588. Yeah, that's Nvidia at this point. Going, I can't be original. I can't stand on my own merit. I must steal the thunder from AMD. So kind of funny, kind of funny. So we will see how this one fares once it's on launch. I mean, we'll get more details the day before launch, of course, with people like Linus Tech Tips and Gamers Nexus getting test samples. This way they can sit there and do the review on there, tell everybody how awesome it is. At least for the NVIDIA side. I mean, they got to tell it it's awesome, otherwise NVIDIA cuts them off, which is kind of funny. I don't think so much Linus Tech Tips and Gamers Nexus, because that's a big marketing aspect, and I don't think that I don't think NVIDIA and AMD really want to piss off the people that feed them customers. But they will play games with each other, though. Like, oh, I'm just going to release my card the day before yours. Basically, what they're trying to do is they're trying to grab potential customers and hoping that there won't be any customers for AMD to sell to. That's basically what it's going to be. So we shall see. It's like, here, kitty, kitty. Yep. I got the kitties all around. Chunkin's about ready to go out into the coop. Probably be doing that either tonight or tomorrow. So I'll be doing a video on that. I've still got to upload my week 4. I skipped week 5. And I've got to do another update here before going out to the chicken coop with them. So if you guys are liking the chicken content and you like to kind of learn a little bit of homesteading exactly where you live. I mean, you might not be able to do 100% homesteading, but the more that you can be self-reliant on your own, by your own means, I think is a better choice, because think about how many sats you'll save by having your own fresh herbs and stuff like that. Herbs, vegetables. I'm just saying, each vegetable and herb you don't have to buy is sats that you can purchase and put into a cold storage and hodl at. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm all about trying to save my dollars to go into Satoshis as quickly as I can. Bad kitty. No kitty. Too funny. And for anybody who are gamers like myself, guys, Unreal Engine 5.2 is now available. We'll see who's going to be really utilizing the new Unreal Engine. There'll be a few games that'll update more than likely. But I mean, like the graphical detail, as we start getting a lot of these game engines more efficient, we will get more realistic gameplay, guys. You know, I will have seen in my entire lifetime the pixelated games all the way to what we have today. I mean, there was a point where I looked at Grand Theft Auto 3 and was like, oh my God, this is the best graphics ever. And now look where we're at, right? It's like Grand Theft Auto 3, eat your heart out. You could never do this. It's like, so we will see game engines starting to update and stuff like that. So kind of keep that in mind, that depending on how long they've been in the works with this and how much they've been working with other game developers trying to get this all together. And you can see that's before, and now we get the dirt speckles on it. Now, it still kind of looks like confetti being blasted on there, almost like glitter bombed. But this is not bad. But then you slide it over and you get more detailed within the same image. And that's where it's going to need a lot of these game developers are going to have to update some stuff on here. So, clear dust on the top coat. But considering this is going to be some early day stuff, you see greens, purples, blues, reds. It looks like speckle paint just got splattered across it. Yes, you can consider that being dirty, and I get it. Now don't think that I'm like dogging on this, right? I'm not. It's just early day stuff. This is what I'm noticing within the image. I mean, it's better than this. Plain Jane versus more depth. Now, is it going to make your gameplay any better? No, but it'll make it more vibrant. It'll make it look more appealing. So if you are all about trying to get that movie status in your video games, we are slowly getting there. I mean, like I said, I've sat there and started off on Intellivision and stuff like that. The gameplay that we have today is amazing, and it's only getting better. Especially with the new GPUs coming out, pushing the envelopes on what hardware can actually do. We will be seeing more developers trying to take advantage of that, and they might make a new variation of Crysis. I mean, they keep sitting there figuring out how to break GPUs as of lately. I've never seen so many broken GPUs from playing certain games, and a lot of that is just that there's so much potential in these GPUs, and the developers are trying to tap into every bit of it to give all of us the best experience. Unfortunately, not all of that technology in these new GPUs is something that we can really particularly use. But I mean, when it comes down to seeing this versus this, I'll take it. I mean, even the background, it's not as the background didn't change too much. It's going to be certain things are going to change. So it's not going to be all items all the time. Like I said, this is early day stuff. But with the newer engines, they are going to be able to push the graphical detail a little bit differently for background images and start getting that to pop also. So I know, right, Tech Man? Pitfall for the win. Hey, what up, Dakota Miner? What up? Hey, man, this is all hardware stuff, Dakota. This is all hardware stuff. So, pretty interesting stuff. If you are a gamer, and talking about mining stuff, we'll throw this one out right for you, Dakota Miner. I got you. You want to mine Monero? AMD CPU's getting a little cheaper. So the 7700 non-X, $295. You can get them for under $300 before taxes. Yo, stay away from the 3D the X3D chips. They are not good for mining. We do not need that stuff. But a 7700 non-X for under $300, not bad. It's like, if that truck mines, I will buy it. I'll buy that for $1. Yes. So this thing will this thing will be an animal on that Monero, guys. So if you've already got some RAM sitting around and all you need is a motherboard and a CPU, you can be off to the races mining some Monero, getting some privacy coin right to your wallet. Yo. It's like, only question ever is, does it mine? Of course it does. It's a AMD CPU. It will sit there and curb stomp Intel on mining. I'm just saying. Not mining advice, but this is the best mining, one of the better mining CPUs out there. I mean, you want to get yourself the 7900X or the 7900, you're going to spend a little bit more, but that's going to be a monster on mining Monero. Just saying. Only on the X3D chips, bro. It's only the X3D chips that you get a fire with every purchase. That's why I don't tell people to get the X3D chips. Just saying. It's these are non X3D chips. They work amazing. My 3900X works just fine. You know it. Absolutely. My 1950X works amazing too. Just saying. And for anybody that has been looking at all the mining profitability and watching it just slip away, 12 cents a kilowatt hour, the national average across the United States. What's not profitable at this point? How far down the product stack do you go before you're not profitable at residential power, right? Where do you break even at? A 2080 you break even, 2070 you break even, a 1660 Super you break even, a 2060 you're breaking even, a 1080 Ti you're breaking even, and an A380 you are breaking even. A 1070 you're losing money, a 2060 Super you're losing money, a 7900 XT you are losing money on that, a 1080 non-Ti you're losing money, a 1060 you're losing money, a 4070, you're losing money. A 5700 XT, you're losing money, like 3 cents a day. Highest profit on Vertcoin. Amazing, and it's still not profitable. 1070 Ti on Conceal, losing 4 cents a day. That's why my 1070s and 1070 Ti's are off. RX 580, it's not making you money. Highest profitable coin is 5 cents on Dynex. Your next one, you'd be losing. Dynex, you're losing 5 cents. That's your highest profitability. Then you got Clore, where you're losing 26 cents a day per GPU. And remember, guys, not everybody can be mining Dynex. You have to have a specific CPU, specific motherboard that will allow you to put these things in and get the full potential out of the cards. Not all motherboards will support this, unfortunately. Like Gundy, oh no, 1080 Ti breaking even. I'm quitting crypto. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Who killed mining? I'd like to talk to the mining manager now. Whoever's in charge of the mining industry, I'd like to speak to the manager. This is not right. He needs to do something about it. A 590 losing 6 cents. A Vega 56 losing 9 cents a day. An A750 losing 9 cents a day. I mean, so pretty much, you have to have newish hardware within either this generation or last generation, and your most profitable coins are going to be your 30 series and up. Certain select AMD cards are going to be profitable, but only to a point. It's going to be mostly your higher end cards, your newer cards within the last 2 generations. It is what it is. If you get an NVIDIA RTX 3060 from the Mine Shop, this guy's from Europe. I actually know the guy. This is Guntis. Good people. But, it's like you're really looking at not making a whole lot of money. Now, this is at residential power, right? Pretty much you guys are breaking even. The market's rolling over. This is to be expected. It's like, I buy all my stuff there. That's what's up, dude. I love Guntis, dude. He's good people. It's like I've been watching his videos since very early on with his mining career. The next crypto pump, all that mining, the old mining gear will be on super sale. I know, man. Guntis is OG, triple OG, 100%. What up, Big Rome? I know I didn't work out this morning. I'm sore, and I built a chicken coop today, or chicken run today. So I did work out in the yard, but I'm still kind of recovering, man. Taking a couple of weeks off, dude. Wow, I am sore. But guys, don't forget to smash that Lizzie like button. Don't forget to smash it. Yo. Like 2 weeks will definitely do that. Yeah, I'm gonna ease myself into it, man. It's like getting into an ice cold pool, man. You kind of inch your way in step by step. It's like I'm getting too old to do the polar plunge. Oh yeah. So, I mean, would I be sitting there telling people to get involved with mining right now? Probably not. I mean, if you got newer cards, 3080, 3080 Ti, a 3060, sure, go ahead and mine. Would I tell people to go build rigs right now? In one hand, I'd be like, well, I mean, stuff's cheap now. Could it get cheaper? Potentially. If we keep rolling over, we'll see more gear showing up on the secondhand market, which will drive down more prices because there's more available equipment for people to purchase. At the same time, I'm not sure how many more people are ready to sell their rigs. I mean, the mining industry pulled back pretty hard already. You would think that a lot of people would have already sold their rigs. Maybe this will be the shakeout that we need. That'll shake out a lot of speculative miners going up. It's rolling over again. It's never going to go past $30,000 ever again. I'm done with mining. I hope that this little rollover gets people into that position and seeing, because like I have not seen the flood of equipment on the secondhand market like I expect. I mean, there's a lot of equipment out there, but just don't feel as if it's enough. And that's, I think, some of the reasons why the market is so teeter-tottering on profitability, no profitability. Profitability, and this is no longer profitable. Is that we are seeing some of the shakeout of older equipment, newer equipment, and it still needs to be shooken out. Never make a purchase on credit, guys. Never. It's like, don't hack the house to buy mining equipment. Market definitely needs to saturate more. Diamond hands, baby. Yeah, that's right. Diamond hands all the way. That's how you have to kind of be in the market. Will it bleed out a few people out of the market? 100%. Will it? Yeah. I mean, we want to make sure that we are in a good position moving in the market going forward. And if that means temporarily even you have to turn your rigs off because your rigs aren't profitable, and then take that same electric bill and just buy the Bitcoin, you'll do good. Trust me. I mean, this isn't financial advice, but if you're going to spend $100 on electric and you're only making $90 worth of Bitcoin because of it, well, why don't you just buy the $100 worth of Bitcoin instead of spending it in electricity and not even earning that? especially when we are not watching our yield curve go up. Because that yield curve is not going up, that's the reason why I would almost suggest people, not telling it, but a suggestion maybe to consider would be, if you are below the price of your electricity, to temporarily shut your stuff down and just buy the Bitcoin. And this way you're getting your full monetary value out of it. And the equipment being off is not going to cost you any money, and it's not going to break anything. The equipment's still there. You haven't gotten rid of it. And whenever the market flips to being profitable again, you can turn it back on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even I've turned off some of my older equipment because it's not profitable. I've got to run a business. I can't be sitting there in the hole trying to run equipment because I love my 1070s, or I'm nostalgic over my 580s because of what mining facility that they came out of. If anybody knows Digital Gold from back in the day, my RX 580s came out. It was a customer of his from his facility that he shut down. Just saying. It's like, I never stopped DCAing into Bitcoin since 2018. Same here, my brother. Same here. My brother from another mother. It's like, I can't turn it off. There's no power button. I see your dilemma. That could be a good dilemma or a bad dilemma. You'll find out. And your unused solar power is making you $350 a day. Nice. Yeah, I mean, if you got solar power, and yeah, I would mine on it if I had solar power. Get some of that free electricities. But you can only, I mean, unless you got a big system, it's hard to really mine with a lot of equipment. You can do it like a small farm and stuff like that, small low-powered equipment, and it's amazing. Or if you only got a few panels, hey, at least you can offset at least one of your rigs, right? And even that's a net positive. I get it. I'd probably do the same thing if I had the equipment here. I don't, so I don't use it. Yeah, there are people that sell their power back. Yep. That is true. Very true. Very true. It's like, how do you get your power back? You're basically your grid, you're what they call grid tied. So you can be on solar or wind power, and your house is still connected in with the electric grid, and any excess power that you have, you can sell back to the electric company. And they're going to buy it off of you for super cheap, but yes, Big Rum. There are a couple of people who have not only put straight up mining rigs into a Tesla and put it onto a Tesla charging station, but there has been somebody that has hacked the mainframe in their car and gotten the CPU in there mining Monero. What up, geek of all trade? He's like, whatever it is, I ain't selling. I got you part of the Diamond Hands Club. Yes, sir, Big Rum. It's like, I'm not selling either, geek of all trade. This is, the market is giving everybody a coupon. I love coupons. The potential power on the system, yes, it goes up. So there's more power in there. If they can get every single building to have a solar panel on top of it, the grid would have more energy potential. But then you have homesteaders, where what that is, if you don't know what that is, Rude, that's people who live off grid. They're not tied into any government infrastructure for their property, and they live off the land. Some of those people have solar panels too, and I doubt that they're going to sit there and allow the government to grid tie them in. Oh yeah, I know. That's take a little bit of profit on everybody's FOMO. FOMO for the Lambo. Got to have that FOMO Lambo. I know somebody who did it. Yep. Peter Saddington. Know the guy pretty well. He was one of the more popular people that bought a Lamborghini Huracan with like 97 Bitcoin or something like that. Off-grid uses batteries? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I know some people who live off-grid and they do everything by candlelight, dude. Almost living like an Amish person, but not quite. They still have phones and stuff like that. I mean, they haven't given up all the stuff, but they're not Amish or Mennonite or anything like that. They're just living off the land directly. It takes a pretty big commitment to just go fully in like that. Peter, my boy. I know, right, Big Rum? It was cool meeting him. A couple of times. Him and his brother. But Peter and Nemesis helped me get back into crypto. Thank you. That means a lot, bro. That means a lot. That I've re-inspired somebody. and re-inspired them in a way that in a positive way. He's always be grinding. You know it, dude. Peter always be grinding. That is true. And like batteries are not required, but improved. Even in the day they say with a cloud drips out, would blow you. The battery would fix that. Yeah. Like that's why I'm still here. Nice. That's what's up. Glad to have you still here, Big Rome. The community would miss out on an awesome person like you. I'm just saying. Just saying. Like Gunny's like, yeah, that's why we stream, to give all this good knowledge to all of you FA people. True facts. Facts. Information like this. This one's interesting. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is unfit to regulate crypto. It's more of an opinion piece, guys. The dawn of basically they're saying that they don't know how to really regulate it, because it's not like I have a company and here's my stock option for my company, and if you buy my stock, I will take that money and I will invest that into the company. Versus having crypto where the product and the token are all wrapped up into one vehicle, right? And it's like, how do you sit there and truly regulate it when you're trying to regulate a technology and an asset all at the same time? So, some people want to sit there and state that The industry can regulate itself. I would say absolutely no. The market cannot regulate itself any more than the stock market can regulate itself. It doesn't work like that. There are too many bad actors that are getting listed on exchanges, and that's for traditional markets and for crypto markets. Back in the day, stock markets used to have scams galore, like we see in crypto. Not the same thing, you know. Like the adage says, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. So we have similar scams being set up in similar ways with a different vehicle and mode of transportation of money. That's all it is. So we still see the same kind of bad actors getting involved in the crypto. Those same bad actors have been weeded out of the stock market because the SEC has stepped in and really cracked down on a lot of that stuff over many, many decades, which is a good thing. And it helps mature a market out, slows a lot of the volatility down, puts some checks and balances into the system, and allows the market to stop bad actors from participating. Crypto has none of that. It is still the Wild West. So maybe the SEC is not the right regulatory body. That would mean that we would need a new regulatory body for the crypto industry. People who are very much crypto focused and has more of an understanding of the net technology that is underneath the tokens that are being traded. Stuff like Filecoin and stuff like that. You know, Filecoin has a coin and has a product. You need the coin to access the product. I don't understand how the SEC can sit there and regulate the token without denying the product that is behind the token. And that's where I have some of my issues at. It's like they don't have a clear cut, hey, this is not a vehicle of investment. Well, fine. If it's straight up a vehicle of investment, then it needs to have the regulation as if it was any other investment vehicle. But if you're looking at it from the point of view of each token is the product, then you're purchasing a product, not an asset. Then you're getting into a different way of regulation, and that would mean that anytime that you buy a service or an item, there has to be an associated tax with that. So kind of be careful of what the crypto industry really wants. Do you want to be classified as a service or a product because you have to charge taxes for every purchase? And what we get charged for every purchase is below what the sales tax is. And here in Crooked the sales tax is 7%. Would you want to pay 7% tax on every purchase you make? That's basically how they, you know, it's like they are going to do overregulation. It's going to be all or nothing. I would not want to see it to where in order for me to utilize my Bitcoin, that I got to pay 7% tax on that. Any more than I would want to sit there and spend 7% tax. Because, like, you're going to spend 7% tax on buying it, and then you're going to spend 7% tax on selling it. So by the time you're said and done, you got 14% tax. Too much gray area, needs more black and white. 100% Geek of All Trades. 100%. Golden Wolf, up by you is 10.5% state tax. Oh, that's harsh. It's like, imagine that. There you go. 21% tax to buy and sell Bitcoin. You know, because you're going to catch, you'd be like 21% tax. That's how you keep it out of being able to be used as money. right there. Cheap on ramp speed dwindling. 100%. 100%. We'll have to see how this goes. It's like, here you're at 4.5% state tax there. That's not bad. I wish, man. We are at here in Crooked Noise. We are at 7% tax. It's amazing, and they still are broke. So I mean, I'm kind of in the middle with the whole SEC thing. In one hand, yes, I think they should be the ones to regulate it. In the other hand, I understand that that the SEC is not there to regulate technologies; they're there to regulate assets. And how do you regulate an asset that is a technology? That's that really gray area, and where some people are trying to make the arguments against everything. And if you guys didn't know, Bitcoin fees, transaction fees were through the roof for a little while there. We can thank the garbage Bitcoin ordinals for that. So if you're trying to move Bitcoin around and it was really expensive, you can thank the shitcoiners that made an NFT on Bitcoin. Because the contracts are not native to Bitcoin. They don't run properly on Bitcoin because Bitcoin was not technically coded to be able to do it. But because it's censorship resistance and you can do it and you can, it's like now every time a bunch of Bitcoin ordinals move, we have to wait until the Bitcoin mempool clears up. So unfortunately, we now get to deal with junk. This is like the equivalent of like almost DDoSing Bitcoin. You know, you just spam the network with garbage that was never supposed to go on there. You want to make garbage go back to Ethereum. That's where garbage gets created. Bitcoin is where people learn how to save money and take personal sovereignty over their own money. And now we get to deal with this. I mean, from a mining perspective, I love it. I mean, I'm a Bitcoin miner. I got more Satoshis because of these fools. But from the user standpoint, I think this is a net negative for the users. Whenever the mempool gets clogged up with garbage and the fees per byte go up because of high demand. This is supply and demand at its finest. Too much demand on the mempool, fees go up to slow you down. It works. Like when contracts on Lightning. It's like, yeah, the BRC20 sucks. I know. Vote on the 16th. Arizona County still trying to raise the taxes as a percent. Oh, don't let them do it. Vote against that. 8.5% and rising near Tucson, Arizona. Ouch. Ouch. That's harsh. So, yeah, but here we are with the BRC20s. I wish that the mempool would just toss them off to the side. But again, that would be censoring Bitcoin. Ladies, you're making a lot of noise over there. All the chunkins, they making noise. And quick little side note, Elon Musk will be stepping down as the executive chair and chief technology officer, overseeing product, software, and system operations. He'll be transitioning over to more of a, he'll be on the board and stuff like that, but he's not the one outright calling the shots. He's just the majority owner now. And it'll still be owned within the inside of Elon's ranks. So it's something that he will have oversight over, but it'll be Twitter's parent company. That'll be the X Corp. So they've hired in a new CEO. They are excited to announce that they've hired a new CEO for X Twitter. She will be starting in 6 weeks. His role will be transitioning to executive chair and CTO, overseeing product, software, and PsyOps. So this person will be running the show just like Elon did. There won't be much of a difference on there. He has set up the framework of what he's looking for, and I guarantee you this person's going to come in and finish the job. She will get less guff over it than Elon Musk directly implementing this stuff. So there'll be less fire and brimstone over this because, the government's afraid of Elon Musk because, he's pro First Amendment and the basic rights to be able to speak. And I guess that's dangerous to democracy to be able to speak. I know. Counter-revolutionary stuff. I know. Inscribe Satoshis. Nice. And then last but not least, I don't know how many of you guys know about this guy, but I watch this guy every so often just because this guy is hilarious. He's on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, all that stuff. If you guys have never heard of him, he goes by the name of Kitboga. So, to catch a scammer, Kraken builds fake crypto account to bait fraudsters. A call center scammer impersonating President Joe Biden attempted to steal what they thought was $450,000 worth of Bitcoin from a streamer. Instead, chaos ensues. The United States crypto exchange Kraken provided a novel method for flagging nefarious wallets, building a fake crypto account on the exchange to scam bait and bad actors. Tweeting on May 10th, the popular streamer Kitboga, whose content revolves around annoying scammers, and reveals that Kraken had built him a custom environment that he used to frustrate scammers impersonating President Joe Biden. Kitbot had previously had a run-in with the fraudsters around a year ago. So this is amazing. I love this guy because he sits there and just ties up these scammers. He knows they're scammers, and he just ties them up just so that he can waste their time. And that means that there's at least one, maybe two less people that person happened to scam that day. And to me, that's a win. I love this guy just for that idea. And he's got him and a few of his buddies. They sit there and make a virtual machine on their computer, and it is the funniest things. If you've never sat there and checked out his content at all, it is worth laughing your butt off about. What's going on, Trillion Capital? Hello. What's going on? I know this is the funniest thing ever. It's like best marketing on TikTok ever. Kraken sponsored a huge scam baiter account. They built him a custom environment so he could with scammers. Yeah. So I mean, give this. I mean, he doesn't know who the hell I am. I'm a nobody compared to this guy. He's got like 3 million followers and stuff between Twitch and YouTube, but this guy is hilarious to watch. It's like definitely something to listen to while you're in the bathroom. I'll just say it like that. Trying to survive this bear market. How about you? Same here, my dude. Same here. Mining is down. I've been turning GPUs off, waiting for the market to kind of rebound. When the market rebounds, I'll turn stuff back on. But I mean, my 3090s, my 3080s, my A2000s, my 6600, all that stuff's still running. And my Bitcoin miners are definitely chugging along, loving life. Sitting there trying to get a facility up and going. I mean, trying to survive. As you say, man, just trying to survive this. Trying to limp my mining company along here during a bear market. I decided to build a mining facility during a bear market. Could have been a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure yet. You're still online? Yes, sir. My stuff's online, still mining. It's like, so are we. Good to hear. Yeah, I mean, you just got to do what you got to do, right? It's just surviving. Just surviving. As long as I can pay the bills, we're good to go. So Trillion Capital. How big of a farm you got? You got a big farm? Thoughts on FPGAs? I used to have the BCU 1525s or 1526s, whatever they were. They were the BCUs. They were pretty good. The only drawback that you would have with FPGAs in the long term is getting into the FPGA community and being able to get your hands on proper bit streams. It's not like running a normal mining program that you can go on the GitHub and grab. If you've got a FPGA bitstream developer already on hand, that makes your life easier. If you don't, you're at the mercy of trying to get into the FPGA community and seeing how deep into the community you can get. Because if you can get in deep enough into the community, you can get the latest bit streams. You're going to pay for it, but you're going to be able to sit there and grab some bit streams, and you'll be dealing directly with the developers themselves. And that's always a nice thing. But outside of that, FPGAs don't use a whole lot of power. You get some good hash rate out of them, and they're as versatile as a GPU. And being a little bit more efficient than a GPU, you're in between a GPU and an ASIC with your FPGA. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's really cool, Trillion. Uh, that's actually pretty cool of a little setup. I'm doing more with my company. We are doing more of hosting for people. So people who can't run the equipment at their house or their electricity is way too high. We give them better rates, clean environment, and a great team to be able to keep their rigs on. And we try to keep like a 92% uptime all the time. But we're not anything crazy either. We're trying to get like a half a megawatt worth of power. It's nothing crazy at scale. Like, Roger that. That's a good deal. Or good model, yes. So depending on how you guys are kitted out, it might be beneficial to diversify with a hosting company like myself. You know, and I could sit there and do like 11.5 cents per kilowatt hour USD, and all of that good stuff. So does anybody have any other comments or questions before I head up out of here? Any kind of comments or questions at all before I head up out of here? If you don't have any other comments or questions, certainly drop an FA in the Chizity chat, guys, because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Yo, that's right. That's right. So if you guys don't have any other comments or questions, definitely put those FAs in the Chizity chat. Camels are Marlboro. When I used to smoke, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I used to be a Camel guy. Well, I started off on Marlboro Lights, and then I went over to like Camel Lights. But I don't smoke anymore. It's been 10 years since I've smoked the cigarette. 10, 11 years? No, when did I quit smoking cigarettes? Holy cow, it's been 13 years since I quit smoking cigarettes. Max voltage messing with OBD2 car enhancers. Good luck on that. Still smoking. Nice. F.A. Paul Mall. God, that was my grandfather, was Paul Malls. Camel guy myself. The Turkish blend. God, my mother still smokes. And she does menthol cigarettes. I don't know which one she used, what she's doing now. I think she gets whatever one's on is cheap in Chicago at this point. Now it's all about the. Now everybody's onto those vaping things and stuff like that too. It's like I don't know what's worse is those the people who are doing like the big vapes on there or actually just smoking cigarettes. Prince Albert McCann. Although I will every once in a while, if there's a good cigar, I might be down on a good cigar, but that's like far and few between. But anybody else got any other comments or questions before I head up out of here? I'm so glad that I stopped. Like the last time I smoked a pack of cigarettes, it was like $4.25 a pack. I have saved so much money by not smoking. First thing I did was I bought myself a new car. Well, it was a new car to me. It was a used car, but it was a new car to me. I bought a car whenever I stopped smoking. Nice, John. Yo. Yeah, you got me by like $6. He's like, I quit when it went to $9. Ouch. Yeah, money motivates. It's like, food or a pack of cigarettes. And just think, the majority of what you're spending is taxes. Oh my God! Is that in Canadian? Is that $20 a Canadian? That's insane. So 15 USD. Yeah. Yeah, that's still that. I want to say that's what they pay in Chicago. It's anywhere from depending on the if you can go to a place where it's on sale or not on sale. If it's not on sale, I want to say it's like $15, $16 USD. It's $20 in Pennsylvania. Oh my God. That's insanity. Premiums are 20 Canadian. Oh my God. Highway robbery. Highway robbery. So glad I quit that. I would be if I was sitting there and smoking cigarettes still. I think I have it here. If I was sitting there smoking cigarettes still, I would be sitting there and rolling them myself. Just saying. I would roll it myself. 150 Canadian. Oh my God. Oh, hold on here. $110 USD, $111. Oh my God. Where's the song? I'll give it to you.
Smoke weed every day.
Man, weed's cheaper, bro. My God. $2 a liter? Holy crap. Gas is expensive up by you. Oh, you had me at a 350. Oh. You got the G-Body Shuffle with a 350 in it. And premium. That's kind of like my 84 Z28 with a 454 big block. So I stay home as much as possible. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, my 74 Chevelle with a 400 small block doesn't drive too much. My 76 Nova with a 388 stroker doesn't get driven much, and my 84 Z28 with a 454 big block in there does not get driven that much. Put me on the no-fly list. My carbon credit is too high for this month. You're grounded. Oh yeah. Hey man, that 84 Z28 is a street legal dragster. Ooh, a 347 stroker here. Ooh, a little Dodge action over there. Yes, Big Rome. I build cars. I build race cars and stuff, dude. I'm an engine builder by trade. Like my 2016 truck sits here with just under 30,000 miles on it. Damn! I know it's too expensive to drive. I mean, it used to be like, oh, hey guys, let's go on a road trip. And people are like, where are we going? And today, we're going to the gas station and back home. 30 years ago, we're going to drive to California and back. bored and stroked. Well, all right, everybody. Think that I'm kind of getting a little hungry and I have to use the bathroom. I think I'm going to end this stream right here, fellas. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All that good stuff. I appreciate everybody being able to be here. What you got going on here, Rome? My cousin has a 94 Caprice Classic. We'll talk later about it. He's ready to hit the start button on that. Ooh. I got you. Like, them were the days. Yes, sir. It's like Al Gore is not happy with your car. Hey, man, my car is the only one that I've ever seen the gas needle move when you hit the gas pedal. It like, you're like, holy cow. It's like that when it's in drag racing mode, it goes through like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 gallons in a, maybe not that much. I would say probably about 3 to 4 gallons in a quarter of a mile. It's like, give me all the fuel, please. Used to have a Caprice LT1 and a 95. 90s Caprice are tanks. The one thing I liked about the 90s Caprices over the 80s Caprices was the better rounding on the body. It was those were like the bubble Caprices. I love the bubble Caprice a little bit better. But they are fat. They need to go on a diet. You want to build a race car, or you want to build a dragster out of a Caprice Classic, that bad boy needs to go on a diet. Bad. There is so much stuff in there that can just be absolutely gutted out of there. And you can get that car under 3,000 pounds. The Caprice, the 80s Caprice Classics, when they were the square body still, I just didn't like them because of the square body. Outside of that, they had the body didn't roll so much on the square body Caprice Classics versus the bubble body. The bubble body would just pitch and roll too much. You had to do a lot to the suspension to fix what they did because like they built those suspensions so that Grandma would be happy about getting into Grandpa's new car. Vacuum? Engines are supposed to make vacuum? I have manual brakes on my dragster because there's just no vacuum with the valve overlap duration time. I mean, the exhaust valve and the intake valve are open at the same time in the cylinder. There's no vacuum in that motor. I think that motor under idle maybe gets about 6.5 inches of mercury. For anybody that doesn't know, it's 6.5 inches of vacuum, but it's measured in mercury. Yeah, anything pre-2000s exactly. The jelly beans, yes. Comfort over performance. That is true. 100%. Man, I can talk cars all day long, guys. All day long. I am an engine builder by trade. If you guys want to have a engine built by me, it's dollars at the end of the day. You know, it's like however much you want to spend is what you get out of the motor. I'll build you anything. I will build you a rocket out in my garage. The motor will be a rocket, you know, not an actual rocket. I don't do turbine. No, I'm not working on any engines right now as we speak, though. I know I gotta pull my stroker motor out of my Nova because I think I kicked a rod on it. That's my suspicion, is I kicked a rod on it, and I gotta dig it out, put it in the garage, and that's gonna be my summer project here. Is getting that bad boy back into the garage so that I can work on it. Oh my god, yeah. No, I don't do that stuff. No. I do know how to make a pulse jet, but no, I'm not going to do that. No. I'm not cool enough for that. So, with that being said, thank you everybody for being here. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. I really got to use the bathroom. So I'm going to end it here, guys. So thank you everybody for being here, all that good stuff. If you are new to this channel, I do have links down below. Join the Discord. It's free to join. If you would like to have your rigs hosted at the Family Mine, certainly think about joining the Patreon. Links down below, fellas. Get involved with all of this. Be a part of the community. Love to have everybody be here. Sure, Trillion. Hit me up in the Discords. No problem. So with that being said, thank you everybody for being here. Peace out. Stay savage. And may your watts be low and your hash be high. I'll see you on the next one. Yo.